In school, there are all types of subjects that we choose and are forced to learn. However, there are some subjects out there that are stupid and are completely useless to the real world. In today's video, I'll be talking about the most useless subjects that we learn in school. The subject that we have all learnt before in school is maths. Primary school to year 9 maths, or middle school if you're America, is actually useful and relates to the real world. This maths we learnt was learning the simples of maths, how to subtract, multiply and divide, the basics maths that we actually need in the real world after school. However, after year 9, the maths that teachers were teaching were just stupid and ridiculously useless. Like, why the heck is there English combined with math? When I first saw letters combined with numbers, I knew I was cooked. The equations like mx plus c or b squared plus c squared plus whatever squared has zero uses in life, but teachers make it sound like if you don't know these equations, you will not succeed in life. I always ask the teacher, how will this maths help us in the real world? And they struggle so much in getting an answer. Most of the time, the teachers say, wow, it actually trains your brain to help you problem solve in the real world. Like, bro, I think Fortnite has taught me more how to problem solve than maths ever has. Well, if you want to become a profession like a doctor or engineer, I guess that this type of maths is needed. Other than that, the advanced maths that we learn is completely useless to the real world. Teachers should only teach maths that actually relate to the real world, like financial maths and even statistics. Now, let's talk about the subject of history. I don't think that learning about the past that happened 100 to thousands of years ago is relevant to our life, unless you want to be a historian. History is so stupid in school, because literally everything is on Google. With a few words in Google, I can find out who was the 15th president of America, or when slavery started. So history is completely useless as we have the internet, and I don't think anyone is really keen to know what happened hundreds of years ago. Also, most of my history knowledge is from YouTube, because YouTube actually has educational and entertaining videos on the past. Like, I got to admit, there are some really interesting parts of history, like how World War I happened and World War II happened, but all of this information is on YouTube, and plenty of entertaining YouTubers make full-on documentary videos on how historic events happened, and it's really entertaining compared to school. Unlike school, making us read from textbooks where I just fall asleep reading the first page. With falling asleep in class, the subject I slept in the most was science. Some of the science we learnt was so boring and completely useless. For example, learning about rocks and volcanoes, like how will this help me in the future? Or learning about different chemicals in the periodic table. Unless you want to be the Bill 9 science guy or a profession, there are zero uses in learning science. However, some parts of science are interesting, like learning about animals and plants. I find that really interesting for some reason. The same thing with the subject of history is that we can learn most of our science from YouTube and the internet. YouTube has taught me more science than any school ever has. YouTubers such as ASAP Science and Vsauce are so much more entertaining and educational than school. But most of the time, science makes me fall asleep, and it's mostly useless. With me learning nothing in school, I'd appreciate if you guys could help my channel out, like this video, and subscribe to my channel, so we can hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023, and hopefully I can get out of school so I can make content full time for you guys. Overall, most of the school subjects that we learn are completely irrelevant to the real world and have zero uses to our lives. With the invention of the internet and the rise of AI technology, school is mostly useless as we can learn everything online. Legit, my AI, ChatGPT, is my best friend in school. Everything I do is from him. He really do be cooking me up the best essays and the best word responses for my schoolwork. Overall, most of the school subjects that we learn are unnecessary and are pretty useless.